Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth Constructicon review. And this time it's Hook. So here it is in his crane arm mode, and let's get him closer so we can take a look at the details. See all the windows in purple. This window looks a little weird, but you'll see why in a bit. See, Devastator's head is just hanging out there. You can even see the face for a brief moment. Pretty simple in details because I wanted to keep in G1-ish. There's the bottom, the head is just there. For the articulation, the crane arm can move up all the way and it can extend. Now, for this mechanism, I just used a axle hole with a axle glued on the bottom, and it should be a 9 long axle if I recall correctly. But there you have that. And for comparison, here it is with all of the other Constructicons. There you have that. Here it is with Bone Crusher. And finally with a Deluxe Optimus Prime. So there you go. Now as usual we'll go into combine mode first and then into robot mode. So first thing we're going to do is take this thing out of the way. Then we're going to take this, the top part and the bottom part, and pull them apart. As you can see, there's a bar here that connects over here. So you just want to take it and pull it apart. Then you take this forearm and bend it down, and then bend the whole thing in half and peg it in right there, like so. Then these things will just hang out back there. Then you take Devastator's head and plug it on top, rotate it around. Then you take these ports and bring them out on both sides, like so. Then you go to the bottom and you bring out this port that will attach to long haul. And there you go. There you have Hook in his combine mode. And it's a Devastator's head, of course. And yeah, that's pretty much it for combine mode. This thing sticks out a bit, but it's the usual Devastator's thing. So there you go. Now we're going to robot mode. We're going to rotate the head around, bring it out, bring these ports back in, all 3 of them. Then we're going to split it in the middle. And now we'll work on the legs. So you're gonna bring these panels down. Then you're going to double hinge this whole assembly forward, like so, and these will peg in right there, so, like so. Then you're going to split the legs. They tab in 2 places, as you can see. And now we can bring the arms down. We flip out his hands. Now we need to peg the 2 halves of the body together. So we bring the Devastator head in, bring this in, and bring this kind of out. As you can see, here is on a double hinge on each side, and you just kind of want to accordion the head in and peg the waist into place. Then you take this entire section and double hinge it down, and it will peg into this post. Let me see if I can get this done. There you go. Peg that in. Bring this shoulder piece down. Bring this forearm down. And you can use this as a heel. You need to extend it and need to raise the camera just a bit. There you have Hook in robot mode. Now, as you saw, the transformation is heavily inspired by the Studio Series version, so the legs do this double hinge thing instead of flipping around like the G1 toy. But that at least gets a gray front of the leg, of the shin rather. But you know, I don't get the cab here, but it's fine as long as I get the gray here. And yeah, that's getting closer so we can take a look at the details. It's pretty nicely done, I have to say. Turned out really well. Constructicon symbol. Of course, this detail is supposed to be black. That's why I used a black Lego piece. So all the way around, pretty much all that we have seen in vehicle mode. Of course, here is Devastator's head. And that's it. Articulation wide, the head is on a ball joint, but it's kind of limited by these shoulder pieces, so you don't get a whole lot of range, but you know, you can swivel it. These shoulders, you need to move these pieces out of the way. They can rotate, can do a full 360, can move out at this hinge and also at the transformation joint, so you can get pretty decent range. The elbow is on a ball joint, you get 90 degrees of bend, and you get your rotation. The hands can move back due to the transformation. The legs can go forward, that far, back, that far, out, that far. Got a bit of rotation right at the ball joint. You have these knees kind of stuck. What's going on there? Let me do this with this knee. There you go. 90 degrees of bend at the knee and nothing on the feet. So there you have that. And for comparison, here it is with, oops, the other Constructicons. Master, don't follow me. Come on. There we go. And long haul. So there you have that. Here it is with Bone Crusher. And finally with Lux Optimus Prime. So there you go. The next Constructicon will be Scavenger, and make sure to follow so you don't miss Scavenger. And also make sure to not miss Scavenger because he's turned out really well, so you don't want to miss that. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So I'll see you next time.